Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about the upcoming British Grand Prix that is going to happen in Silverstone this weekend. Now, the long overdue wait and drought of MotoGP racing is over. We're going to get back to business this weekend. But before we get into it, here is how Friday's schedule looks like. Here is the schedule for Saturday. And here is the schedule for Sunday. Now, for me, there's a couple of things that are happening this weekend that are firsts. So, first of all, the new tyre pressure regulations now come into force from the British Grand Prix. And also, the new format comes into play. Now, remember, the first practice on Friday is not a timed practice. So, while it is timed, it doesn't count towards qualifying. Only the second session on Friday afternoon counts towards qualifying and sorts out the grid on who goes into Q1 and who goes into Q2 directly. Also this weekend, for me, it's the start of the season realistically for Enea Bastianini, who had a horrible start to the season, and also Pol Espargaro, who had a terrible start to the season with the crash in Portimao. I don't expect Pol to be setting the timing sheets on fire, but maybe to ease into the race weekend. I do believe, though, for both riders, they do need to have a strong second part of the season, but let's wait and see what exactly happens there. Pecco, I think, will be his normal self, very fast. This track is definitely about keeping corner speed up, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes. Same with Fabio. He won't get murdered on the straights like he normally does, because the corners coming out onto the Wellington Straight and to the Hangar Straight are quite open corners, so it's not a major issue for him, like coming out of a hairpin and onto a straight. Marc Marquez, will be interesting to see how he actually approaches the weekend. Does he go Marc Marquez-esque, or does he tone it down a small bit? It'd be good to see Joan Mir on the bike again. Hopefully he can keep it out of the gravel trap this weekend. Also, Iker Lecuona will be on the LCR Honda, 27 back on LCR, which will be interesting to see. Also be fairly interesting to see how Jorge Martin will go. Closest one to Pecco right now. Maybe another win or a second place here, and Pecco finishes down a bit. Might put a bit of pressure onto Pecco, and we see exactly what Pecco is made of. A return to probably the scene of Aleix Espargaro's biggest crash in a while. He had a high side at Silverstone last year, and I still don't think he is 100% right from it. But look, overall, I think you can't count out the KTMs or even Aleix Espargaro on the Aprilia. I think it's going to be an epic weekend, especially because the drought of the last few weeks. It'll be just good to get the riders back on track, even though this wouldn't be my favourite track to spectate at. But look, racing is racing. Drought was the drought. For me, if I'm going to go for someone for my Friday fastest man, I think Jack Miller is going to put on an old set of soft tyres and just hang it absolutely out. But I'd definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think of the build up to the British Grand Prix, and who do you think is going to be your fastest man on Friday? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.